Hello everybody, and welcome to a fine Saturday morning. It's foggy, the first fog of spring is beginning here in 2013. It feels really weird that it's 2013, I mean Christ, I still see, oh I forgot about that, I still see dates for like 2011, even 2010 to an extent, and just think, oh that wasn't very long ago, that was just yesterday, and now it's like, holy shit, stuff that was happening in 2010 was 3 years ago. Can't believe it. Anyway, I hope you're all having a nice day whenever I decide to upload this. The channel is going to be way saturated with these videos, but hey, in any case. I actually, between filming this and the previous episode, I just had a quick look to make sure that we had got all the secrets, and it turns out we have. I've actually been doing a pretty good job. I felt like I'd been missing stuff, but I haven't been, so don't worry. It's just that there's a lot here in the fire room, and really, we've not done much in the fire room yet. That whole kind of bonus episode we just did, I'm not actually going to title these bonus episodes. The whole episode we just did. Oh man, he's respawned, has he? All we really did was progress through here in terms of stuff outside of secrets. All we really did was progress through into this room and picked up a fire sword in like a weird little corridor that kept spitting fireballs at us. That's all we did. How does that fire sword help us? Well, we're about to see once he's dead, and he's kind of ruining my grand plans and my grand commentary timing of how good this could have ended up. I should really use the poison bolts more, but it's too much clicking. Look at how long they just like to stand about in the fields. It's so good. And he killed himself in it. Brilliant. So all we managed to do, I'll say again, is we came into this room, and on the far side of this room, there's all kinds of secret business going on. These finally stopped firing after a while, by the way. There's just a fire sword that we managed to pick up, but also a spell that tells us about firebolt. Now, if we remember, over here, when I threw something on that pressure pad, this thing fired a firebolt at us. Also, if you think back to earlier in the dungeon, there's also been situations where we've put stuff in the mouths of those things to see what happens. Now, if you have a mage that is skilled enough in fire magic to actually cast the firebolt, then you can cast that. Or, if not, you can simply equip the fire sword the game has conveniently given you, and it will close up the thing for us. And I don't think there's any way to reopen that anymore. So, you know, all those secrets and stuff we got down there, you can still get down by going into the other pressure pad, actually, on the left of the room. So you can still go through there if you really wanted to. But, you know, it seals that off to you for good. Anyway, we've done that with the fire blade, and that's kind of it. I'll probably put it away like the venom edge and not use it, or forget about it when I desperately need it. And we can actually progress to the next little bit of the area. This was another bit where the guide I'm, like, watching or listening to, the guide I'm watching / listening to / reading, it's a written guide. The guide that I'm reading says here, oh, if you don't have a mage that can cast this fire spell, you'll have to come back later, which is just crazy. Of course you don't. The game's just given you the fire blade. Anyone can figure out that that's why they've done it, so that you can use that. And, you know, the game doesn't force you to have to spec down that tree. But anyway, we can go forward, and now we get a choice, left or right. I believe on the left is something for us. Maybe not. Oh, I'm confusing myself. We've got a couple more yew gardens up there. This is an annoying room in terms of bolts, because you're going to want to fire your bolts at those guys, and they're going to, you know, die over holes, and then the bolts are going to fall down, and you have to go down and start rummaging through there to pick it all up, which is just annoying. Anyway, there's this area here. I feel mighty worried that there was something in here. I don't see any switches, though. It's funny, I was editing one of the old videos before, and at one point, like on one of the earliest floors, I couldn't find a switch that was on a wall, and I looked like dead at it so many times. It really weirds me out that sometimes your eyes can just miss details like that. The thing is, as well, with these guys, they really don't like to cross these. I don't think they can. They can fly, but I don't think they can actually cross the pads, so you have to fight them. No, but they can. Of course they can cross these, because that's why they die with the bolts falling down the holes. But for whatever reason, this guy doesn't want to go down there. But there's another one over there that's trying to ambush me. I'm well aware, guys. I saw him, so we'll have to be careful. And this is what I was talking about as well. When I was talking... Oh my God. Fucker. I can't believe he did that. I was so sure he wasn't going to do that, and then he did it. Oh my God. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about, I'm scared now, the shock weapons, how kind of glassy enemies end up getting. where they do lots of damage, but they also die very quickly. And it might not seem like it, but these guys do die quickly. You know, I was quite confident that he was going to die very quickly, which is why I just stood there and fought in there. How close is Liz? Oh, I don't know. Will she level up this floor? I really hope she does. I mentioned also very early in this LP about the idea of grinding on enemies to like try and max lots of skill trees and stuff. This, I guess, is from this point, you know, floors like this where there really is respawning enemies. This is when it's a viable thing to do. I've just realised how low Chaos is. Where are all of the potions I'm making? Seriously, what the hell is this? I'm making so many potions. Am I drinking them? I'm probably drinking them. It's fine, though. If all we're doing is this, then we can just... There we go. Oh, clever. Clever clogs. Clever clogs. But you're not going to hit me. And I'm doing ridiculous amounts of damage to you. Natalie's really suffering in the damage department, I feel like. She critted only for 28 there. And Chaos is hitting 80s now and stuff. I don't know. Right, so this is where something weird is going to have to happen. First of all, we're going to heal up, and we're going to get a secret. Yes, another secret. This has all been for secrets, guys. Well, there's a key in this room, so you kind of get a choice which rooms you want to go into for which key. But other than that, you know, you only need a couple of keys, and the last round key you put in the slot for the final like secret for the iron door. It's not even a good thing in there, so well, it's not an amazing thing. I should reword that. Right, okay, so make sure everybody's been healed up. Make some more potions. I can't believe I've been just. See, the thing is, I've only got 3 flasks here, so the question is, and then 2 there, and then yeah, so we've got 6 flasks in total. Also, I want to point something out. Someone was like, why are you making Arachnia? Actually, maybe I did point that out before. Somebody did say, though, why are you making Arachnia be the alchemist when she can't have much load? It's because this stuff doesn't weigh much. She's got all alchemy stuff here, plus bombs and a torch. That's it. And some food that she doesn't need. And she still has more than enough load. Like, she's not being slowed down or anything. So that's why, you know, so don't worry about it. Right, okay. So once everybody's been healed up, we're going to get our speed potion ready for this secret. Because, again, I haven't saved. And what we're going to do is go back to an item we got a while ago. And try and ponder its meaning. Divine pontificate upon its... Shit, I don't know. I can only think of meaning now. Upon what's it talking about, okay? What's this thing going on with, then? It says westmost. Westmost. What does that mean? What does that relate to in terms of this floor? What does it relate to in terms of the whole dungeon? How are we supposed to know? It's actually relating to this room. Westmost. Well, what have we got? We've got a big room with some switches and stuff, but a lot of pads as well, like trapdoors, some more milkreed. Milkreed equals speed potions in my eyes now, which is always good. Well, let's go to the west of the room. I keep looking over here as if that's where I am. So we want to go to the west of the room, so let's... kind of worm our way over. This is pretty far west over here. Can't really get any further. This is west, so this was as far west as we can possibly get. In fact, if you look at the whole floor, interestingly, I've just realised this. This is as far west as you can get on the entire floor. Furthest. It really is, because over here is the other really west place, but it's like 1 tile, 2 tiles too short. So this is as far as you can go, and it is a trapdoor that should just take us to the floor that we've already seen. But let's have a look. Aha! Ooh! Aha! Ooh! Aha! Well, okay, so we've got the golden grave here. Brilliant. There's a crab, and we're kind of stuck, or it would make you think that you're stuck. After a little while, this gate will open, though. So prepare yourself. When it does... I'm going to give Arachnia a quickness potion, and I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how quickly this bitch can cast. She just fumbled. That wasn't good. What did she fumble? What spell is that? Oh, it's fumble where you just cast something that isn't a spell at all. And look at all those dots ticking away on him, and you can kind of melt him down quite quickly, which is quite fun. At least it's a reason to use the potion. You can see I've got like a speed boot thing. That icon actually reminds me of something, and I'm glad that I can talk about this. This is also our next treasure of the game. This is the Crown of Kings, the Golden Crown of House Abarch, whatever, one of those. The ancient rulers of the West. Of the vast, Theoranian Empire. I'm really not doing very well speaking here, am I? But yeah, so we get our next treasure. That's 3 out of 7 now complete, and we've got another one coming up very soon too. Of course, Chaos took tons of damage. Here's where you can see, a lot of people say that rogues are overpowered. Here's where you can see where that starts to come into play. As the further into end game you get, the higher the rogues' evasion gets. They just vastly outperform people that have to take the hits. Because those that are having to take the hits, you're going to have to start using loads of potions and stuff to maintain. And it's just, bleh, it's all just kind of irritating. So anyway, we've got that, and we're back down in this little room here. Familiar territory once again, and what I'm actually going to do now, guys, is we're going to go over to the save crystal, because the next bit, to actually get the round key, we have to do something kind of interesting. Our torch just went out. Never fear, we have the orb, but we're actually going to just throw the torch on the floor. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the save crystal because I can't use them, because basically there's a high chance that I'll fail coming up, and I would very much like to actually have a real save to go back to, you know, one that's reliable. Hello, Mr. Snail. Ah, he's such a good friend. What should we call him? He's Billy. Billy the Snail. Sammy the Snail. Sammy the Snail sounds better. Right, where am I going? Okay. Stop naming stuff. This way. No, no, no. There we go. Right, we're going to go to the save crystal. And we're going to go back over to the thing. What was I saying earlier? Oh, yeah, the quickness icon. It's gone now. But it reminds me of something from another game that I haven't talked about, like, at all. I might have mentioned it once. And it's funny because, you know, I keep talking about Tomb Raider, like, certain bits of this game that remind me of, you know, the classic Tomb Raiders. But actually, if there's one game that this reminds me of more than anything else, I used to play Might and Magic. The Might and Magic series is like this ridiculously huge franchise of games that spans many genres now, and there's lots of different versions. There's Heroes of Might and Magic, which these days is probably the one you're most familiar with. I'm going the complete wrong way again. Which is probably the one you're most familiar with these days. There's all kinds of, don't make me kill you, Sammy. This isn't Sammy, this is Sally. Sammy's that one. Sammy, don't bite me. No. Bad Sammy. Yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic, and there's loads. Dark Messiah of Might and Magic was also a very good game that came out a while ago. It was a first-person game. Okay, I'm back. To save everybody going insane because I was just running in circles so much, and he's respawned already, I'm just cutting that out because I just kept going the wrong way. Yeah, anyway, I used to play the old Might and Magic games that were called, like, they had all kinds of names, but there were like 9 of them in the original style, and they were first-person games like this, but you controlled a character of 4 players, again, like this. They weren't dungeon crawlers, necessarily. They were large, open-world RPGs that did have dungeons to go in and to crawl. They were very old school. You can see this guy's respawned already. They have a tendency of doing that, so try and get this room done as quickly as you can. Yeah, they were very good games that I had a lot of fun, particularly on the 6th one, which was Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. Fantastic game. First played it after seeing my dad play. It was kind of one of those old games, a bit like Myst that he'd bought. You know, I don't really know how into PC games he ever was, or how much he really knew about what he was doing while he was playing them, but, you know, he played some good classics, and that, to me, was always a fantastic game. Oh, no. I just want to talk about darkness. Just want to talk about Might and Magic. I'll be back in a second, guys. Okay, we're back. Yeah, anyway, the 6th one in particular, I started playing and I loved it. I sunk so many hours into it, probably hundreds and hundreds of hours. Very cool game, and Grimrock reminds me a lot of that because, you know, in terms of style, it's very, very similar. This time I'm actually going to come down here. And specifically, what did specifically remind me of that even got me talking about this? I've not got a clue, guys. What was I... Oh yeah, no, the icon for quickness, which we had like ages ago now. The icon for quickness really reminded me, on that game you could get a spell that would allow you to fly. And that was just super cool. It was like a little boot icon that would appear over your character's portrait, and it's very, very similar to the quickness icon in this game. So yeah, I kind of look at one and it always reminds me of the other. And we're just going to tank our way through this guy because I can't be bothered with him. See, now, it's very important that you have some kind of fire resist or some defense against these guys. This room is very difficult. As you saw, I died earlier, mainly because I wasn't paying much attention. I fell down the pit, and I was trying to fight 2 at once without being in the proper situation. But yeah, they can be difficult if you're not prepared. Okay, anyway, so I've saved it, and this should be me prepared. Now, lots of trapdoors, and you can also see there's a pillar here with lots of buttons. There's actually a button on every side of it, but we can't get to any of them because of the pits that are in front of them and obscuring them. Also, over in this section of the room, there's a torch with our round key. Finally, that round key over there, the last one, in that corner. So how do we get to it? Well, over on this wall, in a totally different area of the room, is a button. Now, what that button's going to do is, for a very short period of time, open up that pit. And then drop us in. Okay, so you've got to run to it and press the button. Now, by pressing that button, it's going to open another pit and then another, and we're going to have to go along a really long chain. There's a good chance I'll fuck up and fall and stuff, so this is why I went to autosave, which doesn't really matter anyway because I've got to fight enemies each time, but there we go. Okay, so I'm going to try my best. I'm not really going to be able to commentate while doing this because I kept dying on my test LP doing this, so here we go. You can do it, wooden potatoes. You have all the wooden potatoes you need. Okay, alright, we've done it. Sort of. Okay, so you get through the first one. What? You've respawned again? What is this? That is so not cool. None of them respawned last time I was doing this. Oh, there you go. And now he's going to... If he dies over that pit, we're not going to be able to get our bolts back. Come over here. Come over here and fight me like a Ugarden. Or like a man would be preferable because men can't typically cast firebolts. There we go, he's dead. Right, alright, he's down. Now I'm on low health. I don't want to stand about resting though. Anyway, we've got our last round key. I think what it is because I've already spent my round keys, it's triggered people to be respawning and stuff. That's the last round key for that last secret, but wait a minute, there's still more secrets to be had. What about this button here? We pressed this one here, but that was kind of useless, wasn't it? Because we already had access to this area. Well, that one opened this one, which let us press this one, which is interesting. So how does that factor into everything? Turns out if you take that torch off, it will open this permanently for us, which is awesome. How does that factor in? And if you guys noticed as well, this button here, we never got to press. It never opened this. So what is this? There's some conspiracy going on here. Well, this is where it's going to get annoying. I don't want to rest because if they respawn in here, I'll be so hacked off. Because I'm going to have to try this again. If I mess up, it's just, it's going to wind me up. All right, here we go. A lot of buttons to press. And when we press that last one as well, you have to go to a really weird area. Shit, that I don't remember. Oh no, I do remember. Okay, alright, here we go. Here we go. Oh no, I am going to have to... shit. I am going to have to heal up because this is going to release enemies into the room. Even if we do it correctly, it's going to release enemies. So let's get some potions going. I know, I'm spoiling it. I'm telling you guys what will happen before it's happened. No, what's wrong with me? I'm not with it today. It's the morning, but it's, you know, I've been awake for a while. I got up at, like, midnight. It sounds really weird waking up at midnight, but actually I've come to find recently, it's so useful for me because I get to experience, I get to spend my mornings with what kind of a lot of West and East Coast Americans, kind of they're enjoying that period of time. And usually if I was on a normal sleep schedule, that would just be ridiculous. I wouldn't be able to do it. But at the same time, I still get to enjoy pretty much a full daylight English day. I just go to bed really early. I go to bed at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., which is early by normal people's standards, but it works for me. Anyway, okay, that's beside the point. Right, let's do this. Sorry. Okay. Now we have to go all the way around to this side, as you can see here. And finally press that. Woo! I did it first time. And now that's going to release this guy behind you. So make sure you watch it when he comes out. Actually, I think we already fought a Ugarden in this exact spot before. So should be pretty simple. Oh, wow, nicely played, nicely played. See, I seriously think PvP in this game would be really interesting. You know, as long as everything was balanced out at the end, you know, rogues weren't as overpowered as they currently are. You know, it could be really clever, really kind of interesting rock, paper, scissors thing about who's moving on to what tile. And particularly spells that lay down traps on tiles like this one. Be so cool for PvP, don't you think? That's another thing about... Actually, no, I'm not talking about the new Tomb Raider anymore. I'm not doing it. Anyway, so we get a sword here. This wound me up in my test file because such a difficult thing to do. I don't do it the first time here, but this is such a difficult thing to do, and it's not even really useful. We don't use swords. The priestesses of Nex have embedded the blade with strange minerals that give the weapon incomparable sharpness. Very cool. Also get ring mail, which we can then put on Chaos. I think Chaos was supposed to have better stuff by now. I'm not sure. Anyway, we can put that on Chaos. Get rid of that. Give that to Liz. Right. I'm going to take the sword, though. I'm going to keep the Sword of Next, because this is a secret on a secret. Because now that we have the Sword of Next, we can do something else kind of interesting. And you might have seen it earlier. I don't know whether it was this episode or last episode. We can come... God, I just realised I wasn't talking for ages there. We can go... Oh, shit, where is it? I think it might be... I think I might be lost, guys. Oh, no, it's over here, yeah. So we can go back the way we originally came from. Down here. Down here. And instead of going left at the scary face, go right at the scary face. And here you'll see, actually, there's a rune on the door. You might have seen that. Which we can step inside and listen. Please listen. Okay? That noise? Secret found. Technically... I've got the secret, technically. But I'm gonna go autosave. I'm gonna go to the save crystal, and I'll see you guys back here in 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I've just autosaved. So this secret, we've already got the secret noise, but this secret leads to another stairway down. So again, we can go downstairs, and now we're in the ancient chambers again. This is the fighter's challenge. So that door that just opened, that will not open unless you have the Sword of Nex, which is a very strong sword for where it is. Very strong, so it's a good reason to maybe go for swords. But obviously you can never foresee stuff like that coming and what order it gives you good gear in. But anyway, so you keep the Sword of Nex, and that actually allows you to have access to the fighter's challenge. This was something I never did on my original playthrough of The Legend of Grimrock. So let's go. This is the fighter's challenge. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Come on. They're only little scavengers. We can do loads of damage to these. They're not dangerous at all. Liz, you'll be alright. Shit. There was no potions on Liz. Oh well. Okay, I've just unequipped that shield accidentally. That was probably a bad move. Oh no, Arachnia's down. Okay, it's not going very well. Okay, let's have a look around. Okay. Wow. Just, what is this? Now, I think in theory I can complete this. In theory. But these two are going to die. Without a doubt, the back line are going to die. I could even if I got myself into a corner, because this is a square damn room, even if I could get myself into a corner, how am I going to, like, keep at least one of those guys on the back safe? It's not going to happen. So, I will do this, but I think the guys on the back are going to die. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double up on speed potions. And look at, by the way, look, this is how, you know, he's had double the health she has. Look at Natalie. She's such a boss. This evasion is ridiculous. She's going to survive for so long. She's being attacked by 4 enemies right now. 4 enemies, and look at her. She's still just, yeah, this is fine. Easy. There you go. There's the game over screen, guys. I think what I'm going to do is just load up on potions on the frontline characters, speed potions on them, and I am going to... There we go, let's load our last autosave. And what I'm going to do from there is just pound through them with those 2 characters. And the back guys won't get any experience from it, so I'll probably swap that amulet around as well, and I'll get plenty of experience. And that's how I'll do it. And that, my friends, is the last secret of this floor. I'm not going to do it on this video, though. We've done enough. There's the round key. Finally, it opens the iron door. And we get Chichin Mail, which we've already had Chichin Mail before. So, as I say, all that effort in the fire room for that last thing, it's not too worth it. But, of course, Liz, she can benefit. So, there we go. And eventually, I think Natalie also, if she keeps going into dodge, she'll get light armor proficiency. So, eventually, she might be able to wear this kind of stuff. Not that it should matter too much. She's only got 4 protection and she's doing fine. I don't know. Because it would mean getting rid of her lurker armor, which I'm not sure I want to do. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's the last thing, guys. That is... finally, the completion. I'll call this the Tomb Raider floor because I kept talking about it. But yeah, this is the level 6 trapped. One last thing, actually, before we go down there that I want to show you guys. We are free to walk down. I do want to end the episode walking down there. One last thing. I don't know when it happened. Bye. Yes, I don't care about you. We don't want to fight you. I don't know when it happens, but we do now have the pleasure of returning to... the previous floor as well. This gate opens. I'm not sure when it opens, but there you go. It must be when you place one of the round keys. So we're no longer trapped. I hope you had fun while we were trapped. I hope this wasn't too bad. 4 episodes. We will open level 6, the Ancient Chambers, with a bit of an explore around there. I'm going the wrong way again. This could also be the floor where I just constantly get lost. We will open the next episode with a little bit of exploration of the Ancient Chambers, and then we will go and complete the Fighters Challenge. So here we go. We're on the Ancient Chambers, and then after that we will be progressing into the Vault. And here we go, we get more of these weird doors. So thanks guys. Oh, what is that weird green glow? Find out next time. Oh, it went away.